guys heard about the foster care system, and all they want to think is about how it can affect children and families in such a negative way. But I strongly believe that the foster care system is a good thing and that everyone should find a way to be involved and help the kids that are in need of it. This is relevant because of how many people need to understand the foster care system. One, because people in our everyday lives are a part of it, and two, because I believe people should find a way to involve themselves in the foster care system in any way possible. My aunt was a foster mom but ended up adopting, so my cousin is I guess my cousin was in the foster care system. The main ideas of my topic would be that what is the foster care system, how it works, and what are the problems within it. And a lot of people know very little information about the foster care system, and I think more people should be educated about it. So the foster care system is a temporary setup for children whose families cannot take care of them, in which other adults provide for these children, and children end up in the foster care system in many different ways. Although it can be a bad situation that they end up in there, it could end up being helpful and or better for the children. Children who end up in foster care can end up living back with their families, but they also can end up being adopted by other families or end up in group homes. The whole process of ending up in the foster care system can be complicated and very hard to understand, but the goal for everyone is for the children to be in safe and healthy homes. The foster care system is kind of complicated, and children can end up under the radar by child welfare system, reports of abuse from outside people, or from the government officials, which then leads for social workers to have to investigate children and these families in the home situation. When being in foster care, children must be checked on periodically, and the length of the child staying within foster care honestly depends on the situation of the children. According to Casey, in an article that I read, just under half spend less than a year in care, and nearly 40% can end up there for 1 to 3 years. Typically, the length of how long a child can stay is under the circumstances of the family or by the community and people involved in the situation and what they think is best for the child. Although not every situation within foster care ends up good for children, and there are families that unfortunately have problems, and the foster care system can also face problems, and some of them being the amount of children that move from house to house is quite often for foster care kids, and multiple moves can often make it hard on the children for many reasons, being like they can't create friendships, they can't develop a routine, they can't have time to heal from their past family problems. And unfortunately, when children end up in group homes, it means that children don't have chances to experience a regular family life or develop bonds with people because they're moving from house to house. And so one of the other main problems of foster care is how it affects the child. And meaning that some children, such as teens, age out of the foster system without any support. So then those children are left alone and homeless and don't know how to support themselves. In an article I read, it said 1 in 5 young people who age out of the system will become homeless, and 1 in 4 will be involved in the justice system within 2 years of leaving foster care. And it's estimated that more than 40% of youth who age out won't complete high school. And that's a lot. That is a lot. And so the foster care system can have some negativeness, but with help from people like us, we can help support and make a positive impact for those kids. So after all the readings about the foster care system that I have done, I strongly believe that the foster system is a great thing and everyone should be involved. And I hope that it really inspires people to try to be involved with the foster care system in any way possible, whether that be support, donating, help, I don't know, like any way possible. And like my goal when I'm older is to be heavily involved in the foster care system and be a foster mom myself. So I hope that people consider the difficulties of other people and the difficulties of people of their own who are foster parents, and how they just need the support of other people too to support their child.